Welcome to Unpeeled, VeggieTales in the raw.
We are blibbity back, baby.
We are so back on the Unpeeled pod. See, I was going with like serious crime documentary face over here.
Okay, sorry. And I was doing... Okay, wait, let's take that back. Take it back.
Roll it
Okay,
back.
3. Welcome back to the Unpeeled pod.
Where we answer all of your vegetable inquiries.
Like,
We tried.
Oh, what a good episode today. We watched Sheerluck, the little Sherlock Holmes parody. And as you know, Andy loves a parody, so...
Love it. Sheerluck Holmes and the case of the missing golden ruler. Oh, that was a good one.
It took me until they said the golden rule to realize that the golden ruler was the golden rule.
Ruler. Mm-hmm.
And I think that should have been apparent to me just in the title, and here we are.
You know, you got there, though. You got there eventually. You were too distracted because this was a trip across the pond, if you will. If I'm gonna be like...
Is what all of their side characters sounded like, which was hilarious. I did love it.
In jolly old London town, according to the vegetables. Yeah, it felt very authentic to me. I was like, man, Riley must feel right at home during this episode.
It was so good. It was so good to me. It makes me so happy to have other things also make fun of the British people, so it isn't just me. It's great.
No. Today we're going to lean into all kinds of accent and dialect work. And yeah.
We'll save the best for later.
We'll wait. But this countertop intro, y'all, we were coming after South Dakota pretty hard today.
Yes, Erica Bingling.
It sounded like Bang-a-Man. I was like,
yeah, it was Binglaman.
Binglaman?
No, because it didn't sound. It sounded like a made-up American word.
Oh, I'll trust you on that. But
yeah, from Minot, South Dakota. Listen, if Minot, South Dakota is a real place, 1, I don't want to know about it. And 2, you shouldn't be. It sounds like a fantasy adventure.
I'm going to verify if that exists. And I won't tell you. Well, now I know. You said you didn't want to know, so shield your ears.
But our readers are going to want to know, so I'll just take this off.
Look away. Yeah, Minot is South Dakota, so it absolutely is a place. Just apologies to all y'all in Minot. We see you. You exist. Okay, come back.
Okay, I didn't hear anything, but I did see you go. Which makes me think it does exist. And so, fuck you for not having more neutral facial expressions.
You're right. I should have just been like, just like this. Just straight up. This would be more natural.
Ooh, new podcast idea.
What?
It's just it's just a normal podcast about a different thing, but for some reason we never talk about it. We just go like this all the way through. And we talk really normally about everything, but we just do this the whole time.
Yeah, just like very excited vocal inflection, but yeah, just right here. Yeah,
I hate that. Yours is so much scarier. Jesus Christ. Mine was like, and yours was like, wait, hold on. It was a little scarier. It was like this, and you had a lot of vocal inflection, but there was no change in the face, which was really what was disconcerting. Have you ever done the thing? We haven't even started the actual episode. Have you ever done the thing where you keep a totally neutral face, but you laugh, like, hysterically?
Oh.
You have to try and laugh your laugh. Okay, ready? I'm going to turn my turn my gain down for this.
So just like a normal laugh. That's scary. I don't like that. Like, because it's hard to stay neutral. Like, your mouth. I love how your mouth slowly is like morphing into this little like.
Well, you give it a try, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, this is important. Okay.
What is? Oh. Anyway, so today the countertop shenanigans really were just exclusively the South Dakota bit. There wasn't a lot going on. I mean,
No.
obviously, there was
Larry
like
locked
a
in.
lead in.
Like Larry
Yeah.
went into like dad stand-up mode, like with his
Loads of puns.
might not be the bit, and I'm like, all right, Larry, I love you, but let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, and instead of Bob just getting mad about the puns, which is what usually happens, Bob gets really defensive and it's like, what if you just hurt South Dakota's feelings? And I'm like, whoa, Bob's from South Dakota, everybody.
Truly, truly, I was like, oh my God, Bob, it's okay. So, or just very, very concerned about the numbers. Bob might be a little hyper aware of how Larry has
Maybe.
alienated parts of the country before. So
Right, yeah, unlike us.
we don't ever do that.
Everyone is welcome here.
Oh my God, that was so bad. So bad. But I mean, yeah. Oh, and this, I should say, the theme today that we're going to go into is what it means to be a good friend and the golden rule. So, yeah. I don't know.
And I don't know if you ever experienced this, but a lot of people thought that the golden rule is in the Bible, that it's like a Bible verse, you know?
Interesting.
Did you not get that?
People thought that was in the Bible, the golden rule?
Yeah. Like religious and non-religious people would be like, oh, you know, that verse, treat others how you want to be treated.
Right. I mean, it's biblically inspired, but I don't know. Are they
Right.
taking, what is it? The second, love God and love others. I don't know. Maybe they're warping that into like, I mean, that's basically what it is. Like, do unto others. Isn't it? Yeah, because the first commandment is love God with all your heart and all your soul and all that. And then the second one's like love other folks.
The earliest known written record of the concept appears as early as appears as early as 1850 BC in an Egyptian story, The Eloquent Peasant.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, and Home Skillet Jesus said something in Matthew 22. Oh, you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and you must love your neighbor as yourself, or as I have loved you, so you must love one another. Okay, straight up, John 13.
But treat others how you want to be treated is not a Bible verse, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, don't be a jagweed to others. It also doesn't say that in the Bible. It's not like jagweed
I don't think that it says that anywhere, and I hope it doesn't.
Oh.
Be not a jagweed to others.
Jagweedeth not among thine peers. Yeah, that's in Deuteronomy. So
Than kin. Okay, so yes, hello. We should talk about the golden rule.
back to the ruler. Oh my lord, I love a scene that opens up in like a bar setting. We've got a piano going in the background. You know we're gonna have a little patter song, which is exactly what they gave us.
Song really good, and also I was like, oh my god, these sets. Where did you come from?
Y'all,
Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted you to get that out.
I thought you'd interrupt me. I didn't think we'd go all the way through.
I know better than to do that because if I interrupt you, then you're going to hold on to it and it's going to come back later and
I
stronger.
just interrupt you like 6 or 7 times for each one you do for me.
Exactly.
So
I'm like,
already.
I ain't gonna fight it. I know better. I know better than that. But yeah. So in this scene when they order, of course they can't order alcohol or anything. So Bob and Larry, Sheerluck and Dr. Watson, they order a cake with ice cream. Literally, as they sit down, she's like, "Oh, you want the usual?" And 2 seconds later, she brings it back, and it's like a cute little bit. And they're like, "Well, if the service gets any slower here," the joke being it's so fast. Not a joke. Let me tell you about people in Manhattan ordering coffee and or pastries. Okay? You can put that order in, and you can be hustling your little keister all over that floor, getting their order.
Oh, yeah.
Get it to them in 2 minutes, and they're like, God, the waiting is ridiculous. It's just taking so much longer.
It is not just like it there. That is London too, baby. It depends on where you go, because if you go to like a chain, like a Starbucks or a Gale's or something like that, oh my God. My partner used to work at a Starbucks here, and literally put in an order. The lady with her daughter was there, setting that example. She orders, she walks over to the side, watches one drink get made that was already being made, and there was a long line ahead of her. And it gets called out, and then she goes, "This is absolutely ridiculous and uncalled for. Actually, are you working on my drink?" And then they were like, yeah, I have all of these. And they showed the lineup of cups. And she said this, I shit you not, "Well, can you just go a little faster then?" I was like, I want to slap you, and I'm just here.
That is how you get Clorox steamed into your coffee, folks. That's don't be messing with people who make your food and beverage.
Clorox in the coffee is crazy.
I'm not saying I've done it. I'm not saying that.
Not saying that. I know you. I know you.
I'm not saying I've.
No.
I haven't poisoned
You just go in the
anyone.
back and you just spit in it and then.
Yeah,
bring it back
exactly.
out.
Yeah, I've thought about it though. I'm like, oh.
Some people pay you extra for that though. That's just weird. So anyway,
Anywho.
the Golden Ruler, they're in the place, they're having a great time, and the big deal is that Larry Sheerluck is taking the credit for all of their discoveries. And Watson, bless him, just autistic in the beginning, just fully walks in and like Sheerluck makes a joke, and then Watson is like, "Oh, actually that isn't the way that it went, but it is an interesting story. And did you know that the reason that this happens is because of this, and because of that, then this happens."
He's got that
And then everyone just
problem-solving
goes,
mind. Like,
yeah, and then everybody just goes, yeah, yep.
no.
And so Sheerluck takes credit for all of their adventures together, and as they leave, he's like trying to tell him you're being a bad friend, but then gets interrupted because guess what? The Golden Ruler has been stolen.
And we get the best announcement from our favorite
Scooter!
Scottish Scooter!
They learned that he did a bad Scottish dialect. I don't know if it was intentional all the way back in the first episode.
Someone must have told them, though. Someone must have said, hey.
Because at this point, he's hamming it to the extreme that you're like, it's like when you're watching a performer, like they're a bad guy and they're showing you that they themselves are not actually a bad person. And so he's like overdoing how bad it is. And I'm like, we get it. You're so insecure and you need to chill.
He found his bit, when you get that laugh from the audience and you're like, I'll do this even more extreme. That was that's what I got.
I can't tell you that is the biggest ick in the world to me as a director. If I ever see someone hamming in front of an audience, not in a panto or something like that, if I ever see someone hamming, I'm like, okay, on the do not cast list, because I know that what we say yes to in rehearsal is not going to be what you do on stage.
They're
in front
gonna
of an audience. So it's a no-no.
For the laugh. My biggest pet peeve, especially in the improvising world, is when people break easily in front of an audience. If you start laughing,
they call it corpsing here.
corpsing.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
I don't know where that comes from, but
Because
they
you're
call it
killing
corpsing.
it, or what?
Maybe.
Corpsing. It's like I get sometimes on the rare special occasion, but like if you're just out there laughing at your own jokes before you even get them out of your
Yeah,
mouth,
Jimmy Fallon style. Like, stop it. Stop.
I was about to say,
Nobody's here to see you think you're funny.
yeah, it becomes this inside joke. It's like, oh, you're performing for all your little friends on stage. No, no, that's not a performance. Like you're inviting the whole audience in. So
I wonder if corpsing comes from, this is just a guess, somebody being dead on the floor and then breaking, and so they're laughing and you can tell that they're not dead. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Just a guess.
I do like calling it that, corpsing.
Yeah, I won't look it up, so we'll just say that that's what it is and where it comes from.
I believe it.
And that's how history is written, at least American history. Anyway,
we continue. But yes, so Scooter is corpsing right now with what did he say? The golden dollar's been stolen. Like his little mouth.
Oh, yeah. And all of the forced rolled R's, like, they stole it.
Can I confess right now something? I cannot roll my R's.
Okay, now you have to try. You have to do it right here, right now.
Okay, all right. The golden... The roller. I can only do it like halfway. I can't do it in the front like it's supposed to be. I can do like the German or Russian, like
a you can only do the alveolar trill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can get back there, but I can't on the front. Now we're just showing off. Okay. No. That's just purring like a little panther over there. That's nice. See? And that's literally, that wasn't even dramatic.
That was kind of what he did.
That was what's
Reeler.
Yeah. But yeah, so then the game is afoot. They go into this investigation. They're trying to figure out what's going on. And then they do make another British reference to the two police detectives working in the palace. Did you catch
Did you catch the acronym?
Yes.
Like the actual full title?
One was the Canterbury Investigative Highway Patrol Services.
Canterbury Highway Investigative Patrol.
Yes,
Services.
Canterbury Highway Investigative, otherwise
Chips?
known as CHIPS.
And the other one was something for fish.
Fish, but yeah, I don't know what that one was. But yeah, fish and chips were the cops.
It's really funny. And so every time, and it was little Nebuchadnezzar who was fish, and Mr. Lunt who was chips. And every time fish would say, "Move along."
Nothing to see here.
Honestly, we could do those roles.
Yes.
You know, like
actually,
the bone.
Yes. We could. Oh, you kind of are the Nezer to my Lunt. Yeah.
Anyway, they put caution tape all over the crime scene to secure it. All over.
And Larry
Sheerluck
stumbles upon the truth. Yeah.
trips and knocks over a bust that opens a secret passageway that is only large enough for a very small vegetable. But we'll get to that later as the mystery continues. And then a slide screen goes.
I did feel for Bob. Bob was just like, because Larry's charisma.
Who?
Bob. Oh,
Who?
Dr. Watson, played by Bob the Tomato.
No. Dr. Watson. We're in character.
We're really in character. Honestly, they took this off the countertop. Usually in other episodes, you can see it's like a set on the countertop.
This was a full-ass set.
This was on site. I bet they were in
They
London.
rented London.
Yeah. They're like, guys, get out of the way. We're here. So, poor Dr. Watson. Like, we all know that one person who just be speaking a bunch of nonsense, but for be it charisma or looks or charm, for some reason everyone's like, they're so knowledgeable. They just get it. And you're just sitting
Which
there
is
going,
exactly what happens when they go outside after this to keep doing the investigation. And these two hilarious British ladies come up and they're like,
Sheerluck Holmes.
Oh my god.
Please get your autograph. Literally, I know it sounds like we're just being idiots, but that is what they and they're intentionally doing this because they used to just have bad voice actors. They said we're keeping the same cast, but we know that it's bad, so let's make everybody do that.
They leaned
and
in.
Sometimes it works because I laughed a lot.
It was effective. I'm sorry. It was very effective. And then the whole Dr. Watson, once Dr. Watson was all sad and was like, you don't get it, and walks away, Larry winds up looking for him at Dr. Watson's house. This whole maid montage, all of the maids.
There were 5 of them. One of them like dumps out a pot, another like fluffs a pillow, another one drops water on him.
All of this on to Sheerluck. All of this was falling on
straight
to
down.
Larry.
When he came to like look for Watson because he was like, where is he? And he had left from a broken heart. But the last one drops an anvil on his head, which is a callback to earlier. He was like, you know what really hurts, Sheerluck? And he's like, when someone drops an anvil on your head. It really so hurts cute. Like the Dickens.
She had it in a little dust pail too, just like just dropping it down. I was like, "This is good."
But it was funny because as each one got more intense with the thing that they were throwing on him, their dialects got more intense,
escalated.
And so they really just kept going.
We need to point out. I will go into the plot, but what I noticed is the king and queen of England. It's Pa Grape
and Madame Blueberry. Madame Blueberry didn't say a word, though. Not a word.
Nope, because you know what? She's French. I think she's in there to do some damage. Like, I'm just saying. And all of the guards, which that was a whole joke in itself, all of the English guards were French peas.
Were the French peas.
I was worried about London. I was like, y'all, like, they have really... Truly, I'm like, Pa Grape, what are you doing, buddy? You need to be alert, red alert. You're about to get taken over.
Nah, he didn't mind.
No, he's like, it's all right. Also, he's not British, just the same New Jersey.
No, just the same Pa Grape. But Sheerluck is like, okay, well, then I'll just solve it myself, ends up there and tries to solve it, has no idea what to do, and eventually learns because Fish is there. Sheerluck has an idea, whispers it to someone, Fish walks over to the king and is like, ooh, this was the idea. And Sheerluck is like, you stole my idea. How would you like it if I... Oh, no, that's the lesson. And then standing in this little line of French peas is a giant tomato with a little hat, and they didn't recognize him. And he walks out and he said, yeah, I heard you say that, and now we can be friends again.
The dramatic reveal, Bob acting like no one could see him. He's like, I've been here the whole time in disguise.
So funny because Bob. We don't see him until that moment either. And I'm like, no, hold on.
So mad. I was like, Bob, no.
Dr. Watson discovers, makes the reveal that it's one of your guards. And they're like, impossible. And the questioning that the Prime Minister Archibald does, he walks out and he asks 2 questions. He says, are all of you British? And they say, yes.
Oui. They don't say yes, they go, oui.
Oui. And he says, and are all of you loyal to the British crown? And they say,
oui.
And he says, well, I've thoroughly questioned them, so I don't think it's any of them.
I'm like, guys, they're not even answering in English. That was the funniest. The funniest joke.
And then Watson is like, oh, well, no, it is one of them. And Sheerluck accidentally trips, knocks them all over in domino style. And the one at the very end, the golden ruler, flies out of his hat. And he, in fact, was the French spy. And Madame Blueberry is standing there in the background the whole time going...
Just sweating bullets. Just sweating bullets. I'm like, okay, madam. You got away with it this time, but she's power hungry. I think we have underestimated just how power hungry she is.
Yeah, she went from the wealthiest woman in the entire Veggie universe
Treetop girl.
The mayor of
Bumbleberg.
To the Queen of England.
Like,
And maybe France. We don't know.
unchecked power. This woman is going after Europe.
She's on the rise. And so it answers my season 1 question of how did Monsieur Blueberry die? She killed him for money.
That's right, because of his
She's
picture
been
on
on
the mantle.
She's been on a walking path. She's been stepping up them stairs. She killed him for money.
Gosh, yeah, that was her start. Wow.
Yeah.
Dang. I mean, she's played the long game, though. I
know, from
respect
stealing
that.
pie from orphans to being the queen of 2 countries.
Is that not reflective of those who ascend to power in today's age?
Stealing pie from orphans is the start. It's like when they look into childhoods of serial killers and they're like, they hurt animals, so...
But the real indicator was the pie thievery.
Cannibalism is cannibalism thievery from orphans. You can't get worse. You can't get worse.
Tale as old as time. Dang. But again, I don't blame them, because these fruits that are on the throne, are they power hungry, or are they just trying to flip the system that put them at the disadvantage? Because we've seen fruits getting eaten over all of these episodes, you know?
Madame Blueberry is a fruit.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe she is ascending to power to flip the script. Maybe she's sick of seeing apple pies and, like the USS Apple Pie and the wars.
Sure. But I'm so over incrementalism as a tactic for anarchy. Like, come on, Kamala Harris jumping in there and being like, well, actually, I was just the attorney general because I wanted to make it better. And I was like, how many black people did you throw in prison for marijuana possession? And I'm just saying, Madame Blueberry, same thing.
That's the tea. Let's set this down. Oh my gosh.
Oh, we just lost Kamala Harris as a viewer. We're continuing to narrow down.
Because she was a weekly viewer. She was.
I know. I'm sorry, Mamala.
We'll get her back. We will get her back. We will. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this was... and then the weird thing that happened at the very end on the countertop outro, because Larry was feeling bad about how he treated South Dakota.
Was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in VeggieTale history.
Because Larry wanted to know. He felt so bad. He's like, but how will I know that South Dakota has forgiven me? And QWERTY gets momentarily possessed by South Dakota. It was...
And then they have a
song. Human cartoons just frolicking through the
South
Dakotas.
Dakota!
Like, we love you. And then they put Larry in Mount Rushmore, and I was like, okay, forgiveness. There you go.
And if forgiveness
fun fact,
doesn't look like that, it's not forgiveness.
If you don't get chiseled into a mountainside, you're not
and
forgiven.
They haven't forgiven you.
But no, fun fact, they did not have the What Have We Learned song in this episode, because in the previous episode, which was Lord of the Beans, the sporks at the end of that show, they came in and stole the What Have We Learned song. And they're like, rah, rah, and they ran off. And it has not yet been replaced in this episode. That's why we don't get to hear it. The sporks have it.
Do they come back to it eventually?
The next episode, yes. The next episode, which is The Bad Apple. I think it's Larry Boy and The Bad Apple that they did next. Which is why Larry, in this episode, switched into his little sexy
Larry Boy costume.
Larry Boy
comes
outfit.
out. For some reason, they don't name drop Larry Boy. They're like, I gotta rehearse for the next program. And they're like, why do I never get to be in? And then it cuts. And I'm like, it's your property. Why aren't you allowed to say Larry Boy?
I don't know. I kind of liked it. It just made it more I'm off to rehearsal. Yeah. But it was so funny because Larry was a little shady because Bob was like, well, no one told me about the rehearsal. And Larry was like, don't worry, you're not in it. And walks off. And I was like, dang, Bob, I'm sorry.
After we just taught him how to be a better friend.
Literally after we just taught Larry how to be a friendly, more inclusive person, he's like, don't worry, you're not part of it, it's fine. So I guess the real moral is it's just fun to be mean to Bob. That's It's a joy bringer. I don't know why, but
Just like
that's
it's
what we
fun to be
learn.
mean to you.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes tit for tat. We have to switch off. We have to have that balance between
Remember
us.
a couple episodes ago, or maybe last episode, I can't remember now. Do you remember
Mm.
when we talked about how you don't have natural enemies, you make them after they've gotten to know you?
Yes, yeah.
I
My
think
personality is predisposed to
I
be
think that
bullied.
I think that you have the Bob effect of we just like to be a little mean to you sometimes.
That the Bob effect. I
The Bob
s-
effect.
we have a name for it now. The Bob effect. I got you. I'm gonna write that
Writing it
down
down for your dream board or
for
your
my dream board
affirmations board.
or for
It's
my
not you,
journal for
it's the
therapy
Bob effect.
later.
Yeah.
It's the Bob effect. Okay, it's fine. It's not me. It's the Bob effect. But oh, poor sweet Bob. But I'm excited to do, we should do Lord of the Beans as our next
We
episode.
should,
And I'm glad we
yeah.
did this because I remember you had been talking about in a previous episode, they had been talking about being good and kind to people, but they hadn't incorporated the golden rule into that episode. Like, it was
Yeah.
several back, but it feels like we've come full circle now. It's like we've finally gotten the golden rule in there. Do you
I
remember
love
when
the
you,
golden
because I
rule.
remember learning that. I remember learning the golden rule in elementary school. Was that like a big, do you
Oh yeah.
remember when that nugget was planted for you?
I don't remember the first time. It's one of those things that has been around so long that it just becomes part of the cultural zeitgeist.
I remember locking that in first grade. Our teacher, shout out Miss Miller, the best first grade teacher ever. She gave us like a physical example with something she called warm fuzzies. She was like, "Yeah, we want to give people warm fuzzies, not cold pricklies." So her warm fuzzy demonstration, she gave us cotton balls with little googly eyeballs on them, and we all went and passed around little warm fuzzies, and no one got a cold prickly, which I was kind of bummed. I was like, "Ooh, what would that look like? That'd be something spiky and hurting," and but we
We,
didn't get to
my fifth grade
do that.
teacher, had Mrs. Finster. If you recall the cartoon Recess, the mean secretary lady, she had a little toy of Mrs. Finster. And if she put Mrs. Finster on your desk, it meant you just got detention. And it was in front of everyone. And if she did
Oh
it during
no.
class, she would just place it on your desk and not say anything. And because it would be like in the middle of her talking, she'd walk up to someone, stop talking, and put it down on their desk. And the whole class would be like, and
Dang.
so she
That
was that was her version of giving people pricklies.
wow, she was a cold prickly queen. That's whew.
I
That's
loved her. But I was a
I was about
teacher's
to say
pet, so
I was about to say I'm sure she loved you too. Like you were probably volunteering to
I was like, I'll
disperse the
put it on
cold
their desk.
pricklies.
I can
Yeah,
put it
let me do it.
just so you don't have to walk over there.
Just, I wonder what we were like as teachers, because you and I taught
Oh,
music
we taught
theater
together.
classes together.
That's
Together, yeah.
wild. I fully forgot. Um, I do
Oh,
think that we both actually, I do remember. We played
mm-hmm,
good cop, bad cop, minus the cops, good, bad,
mm-hmm,
and then switched regularly. If you were at your wits' end, it would be, yeah, but we're not going to do that. Okay, okay, let's line up. And I'd be like, all right, I'm going to put on the music. Everybody, just feel yourself, have a good time. And then there'd be times that I'd be like, yeah, you said my name 4 times and I haven't responded, which means I don't want to talk to you. And you'd be like, okay, we're going to go over to the corner and have a little hula hoop time. Whee! We were a good
oh
pair.
my God. Yeah, we did.
Teaching wasn't our calling. Teaching wasn't our calling.
No. God bless
And that
bless those
drive,
teachers.
we did not get paid enough.
But yeah, shout out to people who have the patience and grace and angelicness to teach because that is a
Especially
gift.
to teach theater kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a
We'll
special
never.
kind of person that is good at teaching. I don't know. I think that particular group I was referencing was like They were youngins, weren't they?
We had
They were like
littles. Yeah,
6 to 8
first or
or
second grade.
something. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a special kind of person who wants to teach 6 to 8 year olds who want to be actors.
Yeah, and you can't poison them with Clorox like the adults. It hits different
Just the
if you
greatest
start.
showman.
Yeah.
Just poison them with the
Just
greatest showman.
and we did, and we really did.
Ugh,
Oh my
ugh.
gosh. Wow. Oh,
Okay, I don't want to talk
Riley.
to you anymore, so I'm ready to be done.
All right, I'll see you later, Riley, across the pond.
Ja, om det later.
Until next time.